Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. As you can already see, today we are going to talk about PEPE. We are going to talk about Litecoin before the halving. We are going to talk about Dogecoin, AVAX, and also at the end we are going to look at this Ethereum price action. So before I jump into the content, please destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So for PEPE, I want to start from the beginning. I want to show you guys after this parabolic move what we witness here, or parabolic run. The parabolic curve line support has already been broken, and now this could be a warning sign. Yes guys, to those individuals holding PEPE, this might be the warning sign because the bullish movement has ended and now it could be heading towards to form another lower low. And why this is a sign of danger, if you simply follow this rising trend line here right now, we can say, hey, this rising trend line looks like it could be acting as a strong line of support, but we know once this price fails to continue above this key line of resistance, this here is an important line of resistance which we have to break if we want to continue this uptrend. Because right now if we get rejection around this area, and if we do get resistance around this area, even though this could be playing out as a broadening bottom, we could still see a continuation here towards this rising trend line, the red line around 0.00000125 or 127 range. Yes, this here is where I personally think the price of PEPE could be getting attracted before deciding the trend duration, and that will lead to another 25 to 30% price retracement. But let's say if Elon Musk again start pushing PEPE like yesterday, then we definitely need to overcome this resistance from the broadening bottom around 0.0000202221 range. Yes, if we do manage to flip that into support, then we know this continuation is going to happen here in this manner. And in that case guys, in bullish scenario, we will be looking at this Livermore's pivotal point theory. Yes, if this here is going to be a bullish continuation after breaking this resistance line, we are going to look at this as a bullish continuation pattern here like this, where the price starts a new impulsive movement to break the previous high structure. So let's see what the price of PEPE is going to do in the medium short term in the upcoming days. But please be careful, right? We are still below this key line of resistance, so there could be another shakeout, the final shakeout before price starts consolidating and again starts showing this bullishness. I personally don't hold any PEPE, but I just thought I will do a quick update because the hype is real right now. And now guys, let's jump into Litecoin price action. Now let me start this here with the Litecoin halving countdown. We know guys, 71 days, 23 hours until the next Litecoin halving, but the price right now does not look that bullish. Why? Because if we look at this price structure here in a very simple way guys, even though the outcome of this formation might be bullish, but in the medium short term we could be seeing another continuation towards to find support around this lower trend line before starting an actual impulsive movement here like this in a weekly time frame. Why? Because I personally think the price of Litecoin could be forming this accumulation cylinder with widening mouth from Livermore speculative chart. Yes, we are consolidating between this range of resistance and support, but if we do look at this price structure carefully, we can also see we might be forming a double top type of formation. Yes, this here can be looked as a double top formation, so please be careful. Once the neckline around 75 to 74 dollar range gets broken, there could be a continuation here towards the lower trend line. And now if we measure the price opportunity from this double top, from this bottom till the top, you can see the price in that case could be getting attracted towards lower trend line from this accumulation cylinder before slowly starting with this new impulsive movement. So that's why if you start dollar cost averaging, I don't think it's a bad time. Even though if it is going to drop another, let's say if it's going to drop another 14 to 15%, right? I think if you start dollar cost averaging right now, it is not a bad idea at all, because we know once we end this corrective movement, once the price starts showing this bullishness, in that case, we could be entering a new phase where the price is going to turn very, very bullish. So that's why, guys, as we are approaching near to the Litecoin halving, the price of Litecoin is expected to be volatile. But if you start dollar cost averaging starting today, I don't think it's a bad idea at all. And now, beside Litecoin, beside PEPE, let's also have a quick look at this Dogecoin price action. Looking at this Dogecoin price action, we are going to look at this in a bigger frame, smaller time frame to volatile. Bigger time frame, we can see we did have plenty of fake outs, but in most of the cases, the price is range bounding between 9 to 10 cents, and here to the downside, around 5 to 6 cents as a support. Yes, guys, this upper line was a strong line of resistance, and lower line was a strong line of support. So that's why, since the price of Dogecoin is trapped between this range, I just want you guys to be careful. Even though, right, just like with Litecoin, this also looks like a double top type of formation. Once the neckline gets broken, we have to be careful, because in that case, we could be getting attracted towards this lower trend line one more time, which could bring the price around 5 cents to 6 cents, and that is when we can start accumulating, right? This would be the best time for accumulation. But let's say if we do see another breakout, if market in general starts showing bullishness, then we also want Dogecoin to find proper support above this horizontal trend line around 9 cents to 10 cents. Yes, guys, if we can flip that into proper support, this here could be turning very bullish, because in a bigger time frame, this could be looked as a accumulation phase, and price after that could be starting a new marker phase here like this. So that's why let's keep close eye around this price range where we are, 7 cents to 6 cents, because if we break below that range, then we know this is going to be playing out as double top formation. But if we do remain above this 7 cents, 6 cents, and price slowly starts showing impulsiveness, in that case, this resistance line around 9 cents to 10 cents must be flipped into support. And by doing that, we could be seeing a new impulsive movement here in price action of Dogecoin. Now, let's also jump into AVAX. So even for AVAX, we are going to look into bigger time frame, because right now, if we look at this price formation after this massive pump and dump type of movement, yes, guys, we had this massive impulsive movement and also a long-term corrective movement. So now, if the price is finally preparing itself for this new impulsive movement, because we can see we are also in this accumulation phase type of movement. But if we look at this bit carefully, I mean, if we look at the price structure here, we might be, right, we might be forming this broadening bottom type of formation. Yes, guys, the upper line here is a strong line of resistance. Lower line here is a strong line of support. Now, if we look at the price movement, we can see very clearly, guys, the price in the medium short term must break out from this upper line resistance around $21, $22 and flip into proper support, because by doing that, we could be starting a new impulsive movement here in this way in the medium short term. Even though this might look as a bearish continuation pattern, I mean, in the worst case, what I believe, the price here could be showing a bearishness once we break out of this key line of support, a final pullback here, right? And then another rally to play out in this manner. I'm not expecting a massive sell-off around this 70 cent, 80 cent, 90 cents. I am actually expecting the price to see another movement, in worst case around 12 and $10, right? That will be the best case where we can accumulate. Even if we do see any sort of a corrective movement, we can start dollar cost averaging. Even right now, this $15, $14, I think dollar cost averaging for now is best option, because we know this price here is range bounding since couple of months. Yes, guys, the price of AVAX is range bounding almost a year. So that's why, guys, that's why, just like with Litecoin, dollar cost averaging is not a bad idea at all. And now beside AVAX, beside Dogecoin, beside Litecoin, even PEPE, let's jump into Ethereum price action. So before we talk about this Ethereum price action, please guys, try that like button if you haven't done it yet. And for those individually watching it the first time, please hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now looking at this in a weekly time frame for Ethereum, we know this double bottom pattern or Adam and Eve pattern failed to break out from this neckline or the resistance line. This resistance line rejected the price, right? And now we are seeing some weakness. So if the price of Ethereum has already failed to continue this uptrend, already invalidated this double bottom pattern, Adam Eve pattern, then we have to be a bit careful, because in a daily, we are forming a head and shoulder type of formation. I mean, if you look at this without the Fibonacci lines, you can see this is our left shoulder, this is our right shoulder, and this is head. So neckline has already been broken. So in the medium short term, what we can expect is some relief rally. So what we want the price of Ethereum to do, if we want to invalidate this bearish scenario, we want the price of Ethereum to come above or find support above this neckline. Yes guys, by doing that, we could be again re-entering inside this rising trend line, and this here will be looked as a fake out. Yes guys, so that's why let's keep a close eye around 1,880, 1,900 range, because if the price of Ether comes above that range and finds support, then I am actually expecting this trend to continue further here to the upside. And in that case, we are also going to monitor this double bottom pattern or Adam and Eve pattern. But we know remaining below this neckline will also trigger another bearish continuation pattern, which I showed you in my last video. I mean, from this dead cat bounce trading pattern, where the price after this relief rally, which got rejected exactly at this 5.618 Fibonacci line, right? You can see here between this range, and started showing this corrective movement. So that's why please be careful. Remaining below this neckline, failing to find support above 1,880, 1,900 range could lead to another continuation. And in that case, if you want to know the exact target from this dead cat bounce trading pattern, then we are expecting the price to get attracted. It would be somewhere between 1,680 to 1,700 range, because this area in the past price action has always acted as a strong line of resistance and support, and this is the exact area where we could be also getting attracted before consolidating and also choosing an actual trend direction. And now guys, beside this daily time frame, beside this weekly time frame, let's also look at the Ethereum price action using the CPR indicator. Yes, according to the CPR indicator, we can see very clearly guys, the price of Ethereum according to the monthly CPR. Please keep this in mind. We are going to hide the support line. We are only going to look at the CPR line, the monthly CPR line. In our case, this is still considered bullish. The CPR lines are still forming an ascending CPR, even though the price is showing weakness, even though the price is below the CPR line. But in general, this CPR higher than the previous CPR usually indicates the trend is in an uptrend regardless of this shakeout, because here we also had price dropping way below the CPR line, but at the end we came above and also had this new impulsive movement. So in our case, what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that we need to look at this monthly S1 line. Yes, I showed you with this example the dead cat bounce trading pattern. This here 1,680, 1,700 could be looked as our next upcoming target if the price of Ethereum shows further weakness. And in that case, the first target from this CPR line is also lining around 1,700 range. So that's why this 1,700 is going to be the line of support, important line of support, and also the area where we could be getting attracted before deciding the trend direction. So let's hope the price of Ethereum comes above this neckline 1,880 to 1,900 range, because by doing that we will be slowly entering inside this CPI, the top center and the bottom CPI line, which could act as a support once we are above it, and also show another continuation here like this. Otherwise, remaining below the CPI line, failing to find support above this neckline will lead to another continuation where we could be getting attracted towards this 1680, 1700 range before deciding the trend direction. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my vlog, then please guys, destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching you the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.